And joining me now is Attorney David White of the law firm Breakstone, White & Gluck. And Attorney White, here we are the third week of December, snow in the forecast, but this new ruling came down in July.
Yep, the court saw that at some point this year we'd be getting some snow, so they got it straight early in the summer so we could be ready for the fall and the winter when it actually did start snowing.
Papadopoulos versus Target Corporation. This was the case that really got the ball rolling here.
This is probably the most important case to come down in the personal injury side in over 25 years. And the court's decision changed the law that had been in existence for over 100 years. In fact, it goes back to 1883. The court made a very simple decision. The court said, from now on, property owners have to use reasonable care to make sure their property is reasonably safe when there's snow or ice on the ground. There's no such artificial distinction anymore. Is it an unnatural accumulation or a natural accumulation? It's just like any other defect in the property. You have to use reasonable care to make sure your property is reasonably safe.
So the rules were pretty vague in the past, but that's not the case now. They're going to be easily enforceable.
That's right. And in the last 5 years, we saw a lot of confusion in the court. There was this artificial distinction of unnatural accumulation versus natural accumulation. Unnatural accumulation might be something like water from your gutter that ended up on your sidewalk, or a pile of snow that you left at the bottom of your driveway across the sidewalk. Now it doesn't matter if it's unnatural or natural. If it comes from the sky, it lands on your property, you need to use reasonable care to make sure people can get on and off your property with safety.
And it affects everybody here in Massachusetts if you own property. I mean, commercial, residential, doesn't differentiate, does it?
It does not differentiate. You have the same duty if you're a property owner to anybody who's lawfully on your property. Now, this is not strict liability. It doesn't mean because someone slips on your property that you're automatically liable. It means that you just have to use reasonable care. So if you have 3 doors to your house and you have 1 clear, that should certainly be sufficient.
Bottom line is fewer accidents will equal fewer injuries and fewer lawsuits here?
That's true. Well, maybe not fewer lawsuits. We'll see. But certainly fewer accidents and hopefully fewer injuries. And that's what I think what the court is thinking about when it changed the rules here. We're trying to make the world a safer place, not just for mailmen and delivery people, but for grandparents when they're visiting over the holidays. And we all know we don't want anybody to get hurt.
Got about 30 seconds to go here. Tips for property owners that you can impart to them tonight.
Yes. Well, if it's safe for you to walk around in your property, then it's probably safe for other people to walk around. You don't have to run out and catch every flake as it hits the ground. But once the storm stops or in the middle of a big storm, you want to make some effort to get the property clear. Have plenty of sand and salt. And if you're like me, if you're a real freak, you'll have your gas in your snowblower all ready, and your shovels out of the shed ready to go.
I guess we all got to be in shape to shovel this winter and for winters to come as well. Attorney David White, we appreciate your stopping by. Thanks so much.
Great pleasure. Thank you, Mark.